So is discipline really that important? Well, yes, I think it is, but I fell off the idea of discipline being important. I got more into the feel good, productivity. Like I've been watching more Ali Abdallah. I love Ali Abdallah and whatever, but feel good productivity, it's important, right? We want to feel good with the things that matter, our relationships, our work, and having things that we're passionate about and we truly love. I get that. But recently I watched the David Goggins podcast. David Goggins, yeah, bro. David Goggins, the Huberman, the new Huberman. Huberman. I'm getting this wrong. Huberman Lab podcast, or what? I forgot what it's called. Huberman podcast. Okay, that besides the point. And Huberman said something in the podcast with David Goggins about a part of the brain that gets bigger from doing things you hate. And it gets smaller when you do something, the same thing, that same thing, but then you start enjoying it. That part of the brain gets smaller. So you're not as ready for when something else hits you that's really hard because that part of the brain is small. If you're not doing things you hate, doing things that suck, as David Goggins say on the daily, that part of the brain is going to shrink. That part of the brain is going to shrink. So you need to be doing things that you hate on the daily. True, I love Ali Abdul and stuff like feel good. Try feel good when you can, of course. But you can't feel good all the time. That's just not realistic. Sometimes life is going to hit you. Sometimes you're going to be hit with that feeling of like, oh, I don't want to do work today. I feel shit and I don't want to get out of bed. And you can't feel good all the time. And you need to be ready when that time comes, when you need to have that discipline, when you need that part of your brain to be bigger. Like, if you're not developing that part of your brain through doing things that suck, you're not going to be ready for what life hits you. So you need to have something in your day that sucks. And when that thing gets easy, when you start enjoying that thing, you have to switch it out for something else because that part of your brain will shrink. That's so crazy. That's something I learned from that podcast. I highly recommend you watch it. If you don't want to, fine. That piece of information is so valuable. So do things that suck every day. As Goggins says, do things that suck. Put simply, do things that suck. Because yeah, sure, we want to feel good. Like I said before, like Ali Abdal says, why do things that make you feel bad and blah 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 blah. But the problem is, like I said, you got to develop that part of your brain because you need to be ready. You need to be ready when that time comes. So do things that suck every day, bro. I'll see you soon.